Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's had a fantastic Easter break. I for one know I placed myself in a chocolate induced coma over the long weekend, so I really don't need to be seeing any more chocolate bars anytime soon. I can definitely tell you that much for free. But today, as promised, we're going to be looking at a few of the coins I was lucky enough to receive from my friends and family for my 40th birthday. But before we go into the details of those, I have received just a few more extra items from the members of the community that I wasn't able to include in last Friday's video. So we're going to have a quick look at those before we go into the items that I was able to receive from my friends and family outside of YouTube. The first of which, now you may have seen this on this Saturday's Stack Chat if you were able to join us in the live chat, but it's this absolutely phenomenal Samoa Lord of the Rings coin as sent to me by my good friend Cobra Stacker, and this thing is just absolutely incredible. It's got a 2 troy ounce silver outer ring with a gold ring inlay that's made of 0.2 grams of fine gold. But not only that, the writing around the ring actually glows in the dark, so I've been seriously nerding out over this thing ever since I got it on Saturday. It really is a thing of beauty, and Cobra, mate, I honestly cannot thank you enough for sending this across. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, buddy. It really is a thing of beauty, and I genuinely cannot thank you enough for sending that across. So I'm going to pop that right there, just back where it was. And the next item, I actually have no idea where it's come from, but it's this Monjack mead, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, this came directly from Amazon yesterday, and there were no markings on the packaging to suggest who it has been sent from. So if you were responsible for sending me this absolutely beautiful bottle of mead, then I can only say thank you. I haven't been drinking actually for some time, so it's going to be very difficult not to pop the top open on that and pour some of it out. But it's great to know that I've got it in just in case of an emergency, and it was a wonderfully thoughtful gesture by whoever sent it across. So I can only say thank you very much for sending that across. I really do appreciate it. And as I say, if the next time I do take a drink of anything, I can promise you it will certainly be that wonderful looking bottle of Monjack mead, because mead is the one thing I've been missing more than anything else when it comes to drinking. But as I say, a wonderful gift, and a massive thank you to whoever it was that sent that across. If it was you, definitely let me know in the comments of this video, because I would really love to know who it was that sent that across. As I say, it was a really, really kind gesture of you, and I really do appreciate it. But finally, we have another one right here which says, "Happy birthday, TSC." I've got an idea where this has come from based on the writing on the envelope, but if I open it up, it doesn't look like it's been sent with a note. But one thing we do have right here, which is absolutely phenomenal, I really love this. We have one of the Liquid Metals poured dragon rounds, and that, look at that, that's gorgeous, that is. We've got a fantastic dragon on there. We've got some beautiful toning to the piece as well. When I change its angle, you can see it shimmering in the light there, so that really is fantastic. Again, I'm not 100% sure where that's come from, because there's no letter that's come along with it, but based on the writing on the envelope, I've got a good idea that that's been sent by my good friend Addicted to Precious Metals. And if that's the case, buddy, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. But we're going to pop that right there for everyone to see, and we'll move on to the items I was lucky enough to get from my friends and family. The first of which is this right here, which is the Stack Collector Yoda Best brand new mug, which I think is absolutely fantastic. My family sent me this across as a bit of a novelty gift. I'm going to make use of it right now by taking a sip of my Caramel Latte. And yes, I can confirm that holds my Caramel Latte just as well as any other mug, so thank you so much for that. Next up, I have a couple of items I mentioned on the channel, and it's a couple of old tins, just absolutely ram-packed with old coins that I'm going to have a lot of fun going through and finding out what's inside. But this one right here, I've mentioned many a times. It's the fabled little black box with a red and gold rim round it, which is what got me into coin collecting all those years ago, probably around 35 years ago. My dad used to let me go through all these coins and have a little play about with them. And as I've said on the channel before, I used to just pretend that I was dealing with real buried treasure and it really used to inspire me so very much. But right here, as I say, we've got a old tin just full of old collectible coins, so I'm going to have so much fun going through them and finding out what's inside. I've no idea what's in there. There may be some hidden gems, who knows, but only time will tell on that one. Next up, we have some absolutely beautiful bronze statues right here. We can see we have Leonidas from the story of the 300 Spartans that took on the Persian Empire. It's a brilliant story that I'm sure you'll be aware of. It's a fantastic little statue, and I'm sure I'm going to make use of that and a backdrop piece in a few of my videos going forward. And there's some other pieces like this Ganesh right here that I've been lucky enough to receive as well. They're all fantastic. They look absolutely great. There's also a couple of Chinese... I've dropped it. Let me move that out of the way, because we also have a couple of Chinese dragons right here, and I'm sure you'll be aware of how much of a fan of dragons I am. So that's a wonderful, wonderful gift. And I just want to say thank you so much for sending that across. I really do appreciate it. But we have some lovely little set pieces right there that, as I say, are definitely going to appear in the backdrop of some of my videos going forwards. But since we've got it out of the way, we'll start off with this 1989 £2 silver proof set, which is absolutely beautiful. I was lucky enough to receive quite a few different proof sets in the bundle I've been sent across. But this one right here is a double set, and they are very similar coins. As you can see, this one says the tercentenary of the claim of rights. However, this one right here says tercentenary of the Bill of Rights. So very, very similar coins. Beautiful coins nonetheless, and I'm really happy to have them in the stack. So we'll put that right there back where it was. And next up we have the 1998 Eurostars silver proof 50p, and that is a lovely addition to the collection right there. It really is. It's an absolutely beautiful coin. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because we've got quite a few to go through, and I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. Next up we have the 1998 NHS silver proof as well, which is this coin right here. Once again, a wonderful coin to add to the collection, one that I didn't have in silver proof previously. I did have the usual copper nickel standard version for the collector's album, but it's definitely brilliant to get this silver proof version as well. Next up we have the 1990 duo set showing the last of the large 5pences and the first of the new 5p coins, both in silver proof, and once again just a lovely little set for the collection, something that I didn't have before, and I am a big fan of these old silver proof sets, so that's another lovely little set right there. And as we can see, that has the Raphael David McClure depiction of Queen Elizabeth III, which is the third depiction to have been used on British coinage, and one that is personally my favourite. So as I say, that's the 1990 last of the big 5pences, first of the small 5p set. We have a couple more of the 1989 £2 silver proofs, the exact same two coins as in that set, but they're broken up to have the claim of rights on that one and the Bill of Rights on that one there as well. And last up we have my favourite of the silver proof sets that I've been sent across, which comes from Alderney and was produced in 2019, and it's this 200th anniversary of Queen Victoria £1 coin set. And as you can see, you've got 5 coins in there showing the 4 different depictions of Queen Victoria, being the young head / the bun head, the jubilee head / the veiled head, the old head / the widowed head, and the gothic head as well. And this coin in the centre, if I can pop it out, actually shows all 4 of those different effigies of Queen Victoria. It's an absolutely beautiful coin set, one that I'm super happy to have received. It really is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm so grateful to have received that, and thank you very much to the person who sent that across. Next up we have a brilliant uncirculated 50p, which is the UK 2016 Team GB 50p, which is in absolutely stunning condition right there. And on the back we can see we've got the Jodie Clark 5th and final depiction of Queen Elizabeth II right there, with this coin being dated 2016. It's a wonderful little coin, again one that I did have in circulated condition, but it's absolutely brilliant to get this non-circulated coin for the collection. So once again, thank you so much for sending that across. Now I'm not going to go through them all individually because it would take far too long, but I've also received a huge stack of annual sets right there hiding at the back, but as I say, it would take me a little bit too long to go through them all, but they definitely are something that was included within the gift parcel that I was sent across. So once again, I can only say how grateful I am to have received those. Okay, so that leads us to a few bits on the front here, which in my opinion We've got a couple of star pieces in there, but we'll start off with the ones on the floor here. And this first up, we have this absolutely incredible 1841 penny. Now this thing is just absolutely beautiful. It looks like it may have been cleaned at some point, unfortunately, but the detail on the coin is just absolutely phenomenal. It really is. And right there we can see we've got the young slash bun head depiction of Queen Victoria as designed by artist William Wyan. And as I say, it's just an absolutely beautiful coin. It really is, and one that I'm so happy to add to the collection. I don't think I've actually got any of these pennies up to yet. Now this penny size was minted between the cartwheel penny and the old style pennies that we're mostly familiar with, which I believe started in the late 1850s. So yeah, as I say, these are quite chunky. They're very similar size in diameter to the pre-decimal pennies, but definitely a little bit chunkier than the ones that most people will be more familiar with. But as I say, that is the 1841 one penny coin. Next up, we have a 1963 Canadian $1. These coins were composed of 800 silver. They're absolutely beautiful coins. And on the reverse there, we can see it says Canada at the top and dollar at the bottom with a date of 1963 just above. And on the actual depiction itself, you can see a member of the Hudson Bay Company traveling with an indigenous guide rowing down the river in their canoe, which is just a wonderful design, one that I really do like. But if we have a quick look at the obverse, we can see it shows the Mary Gillick depiction of Queen Elizabeth II, which was the first effigy ever to be used for Queen Elizabeth II, with a legend that reads Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina, which of course is Latin and would translate to Elizabeth II by grace of God Queen. So yeah, that's a wonderful little coin right there. We also have this beautiful 1922 peace dollar. I did already have the 1922 peace dollar, but it's wonderful to get one in this condition. It really is. It looks almost uncirculated, and I'm just really blown away by the level of detail still in this coin. And right there we can see the Lady Liberty as designed by Anthony de Francisci, the designer of the peace dollar. And these coins were minted to celebrate the end of the First World War and therefore the spreading of world peace, which is why it says peace down at the bottom of the coin there. They're an absolutely beautiful coin and one that is definitely a favourite of mine. So that was a really nice item to have received in my birthday package as well. Okay, so finally we've got a few more silver crowns for my date run, the first of which being this one right here, which is the 1897 silver crown, and that is definitely one that I didn't have before. Right here we can see we've got an original price tag in there of £15. Now you do well to find a coin in this condition for that kind of value these days. I think this is one that was taken out of my dad's old collection, because I know he's passed down to me his coin collection. He's handing that over now, so I know some of these pieces were from his previous coin collection and a few pieces he picked up new for me. So I just want to say, Dad, thank you so much for the wonderful gifts that you sent across this year. I generally can't tell you how much they mean to me, but as I say, right there, that is the 1897 silver crown. And as I say, that leads us on to what I consider to be the star items from these, which are these two crowns right here, which do look a little bit different to the one I've just shown you. And that's because these are the George III crowns, which were minted only for a few years actually. I believe they were minted in 1818 to 1820, and right here we can see we've got the 1820 George III crown as designed by Benedetto Pestrucci, and it's just a wonderful piece that I'm so happy to have for the collection. But not only that, we have very similar here, it's exactly the same except for the date, we have the 1819. So I've only got the 1818 left to get. I've got the full run of George III crowns now, courtesy of my birthday presents this year, which is absolutely fantastic. So a massive thank you for sorting me out these couple of coins. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to now have them in my collection. So that's basically all the items I received for my birthday this year. Now there was quite a large number of other coins as well. It would have taken me far too long to go through all the items I've received. So what I've done is I've picked out ones that I consider to be the best to share with you all today. But I will definitely look to show the other items on the channel at some point in the future. I just didn't want to make the video far too long, because when I put out on Friday was over an hour long, so I wanted to be thoughtful about how long this video took. So as I say, it's a bit of a brief overhaul of what I consider to be the nicer coins out of the collection, but I will definitely be showing the other items at a later date. And as I say, that's purely just to save a little bit of time on the video, because I know these Tuesday videos are normally quite short, so I didn't want to break from the norm too much and put out too much of a lengthy video out there for everyone. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Definitely let me know what you think of the items I was lucky enough to receive this year, and also let me know which is your favourite of the items I've shown you today, because I really would be interested to know what your thoughts are of those items. For me personally, I think the stars are probably going to be either the George III crown or the 1841 penny. As I'm sure you're aware, I am a huge fan of my historic coinage, and they are some absolutely fantastic items to add to the collection. So again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who sent anything across this year. It really was unexpected to receive all the items that I did, and I generally cannot tell you how grateful I am. But in the most part, the items that I've shared today, apart from a few at the beginning, have been received from my friends and family. So I just wanted to share that with you all, and as I say, I hope you've had a good time. So yes, with that being the case, that's probably enough for me now. I've probably rabbled on for long enough now, so I'm going to leave you all by saying, as usual, until next time, look after each other, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.